you connect with the text. So that is academic writing. Are we together? That is academic writing. Okay, now we'll move to communication. On the flyer, I saw communication toolkits. All right. Now, when we say communication, everyone here is a communicator. True or false? All of us are communicators. All right. Whether you do it well or not, you're a communicator. So everybody here is a communicator. Now, I wrote something here that a good communication does not undermine the intelligence of the audience. And that is one thing that we need to understand. The fact that I'm standing before you this afternoon doesn't mean I'm more intelligent than everybody seated here. And that is what we all need to understand. And that is why a lot of political communicators get it wrong. Because they feel that because they have the platform, they are more intelligent than everybody. And so they can just throw anything out there. And they want you to believe what they are saying. So you are not intelligent than everybody. So when you are saying something and people are quiet, they are not asking you questions. It doesn't mean you are lording over them. That is not what it means. So you always have to consider the intelligence of your audience or the people you are communicating with. Are we together? You always have to consider the audience intelligence. The audience intelligence. So that when you are saying something that your audience are not conversant with, they will have questions to ask. When they ask these questions, consider these questions as feedback. Yes. Consider these questions as feedbacks. I'm here to see a politician who would come out and say, I said ABC on this platform. I think I got it wrong. Please forgive me. I'm human. I'm here to see one. So you see that a politician will go on a platform and say something. And if it doesn't go right, the other communicators will come back and be explaining what the person said. They will be using English to explain English. And I mean, like what you say, we all can understand what you are saying. How else are you going to say that you got it wrong? Just admit that I got this part wrong. You are human. You can't be all-knowing. No, you can't be all-knowing. So if you get something wrong, you should be able to admit it. That is the honesty we are talking about. We are yet to find that in our political space. We are yet to find that. We are yet to find that. So communication is very important. Communication is very important. In every field, you don't have to be a professional communicator to actually treat this part as very important. In every field, in the engineering field, in the sciences, in the music and arts, everywhere, we need good communicators. All right? And everybody, and all of us also have to understand what we call personal communication. So you don't have to be a celebrity. You don't have to be a public figure. You don't have to be a public office holder, a minister of state, or a member of parliament. We all have to learn how to communicate well. Are we together? Now, in communication, one of the things that you should always be mindful of is your body language. So your body language, what we call non-verbal cues. Non-verbal cues. So non-verbal cues. Your body language. Body language. Have the tester. Something. Or a tissue. Tissue or something. So non-verbal cues or body language. Now, body language is very important in communication. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Are we together? I'll tell you why. Now, research has proven that there are 3 key elements of personal communication. All right. Now, in these three elements, they say 55% is what you don't say. So, 55% is what you don't say. So, if you meet somebody and you are talking to the person, according to this research, 55% of what you are saying is what you are not saying. Does it make sense? 55% is what you are not saying. So probably what is the other? What happens with the other elements? It means that probably you are being monitored by your body language. What you are not saying. The way you are winking, the way you are staring, and all of that. 55% is what you don't say. Are we together? And it says 38% is how you sound. How you sound. How you sound. So when we say how you sound, we are talking about your tone. All right? Your tone. So if you speak good English like my sister Annabelle, somebody is paying attention to how you sound. So your good, your sweet English that you speak, that is where somebody's focus is. Yes. So in Africa, normally those who speak good English, we tell them to be very good communicators. Very good communicators because the person is speaking good English. Yes. So when you speak good English, hey, it's intelligent. Oh, hey. Did you hear the word you use? This is so intelligent. So when you speak grammar in Africa, yeah, you are very intelligent. Very, very intelligent. And 7% is what you say. So of all this, so what you say is the information, right? What you say is the information. And according to this research, 7% of your personal communication is what you say. This 7% is what you say. The rest, we are looking at other things. So 55% is what? What you don't say, 55%. Can you imagine? So whilst I'm there, I'm standing. The person is actually looking at me from head to toe. Look at his nose. Look at his long ears. You know? Look at his eyes. So what you don't say, somebody is monitoring more. So it's 55%. All right? That is why personal branding is very important. It's key. Branding is very important. Very, very important. Very, very important. Cafe Day was saying something some time back. My firm actually publishes Cafe Day. So we publish his books. He was saying something some time ago. He said when, you used to do this program on TV, Who Wants to Be Rich? How many of you were watching that show? Yeah, was it Viasat? Who Wants to Be Rich? Hey, this like I'm not. You've not watched that before. Hey, you've not watched that before. Hey, you've also not watched it before. Hey, Who Wants to Be Rich? You've also not watched it before. You too. These are probably 2000 something babies. I'm sure 2005, 2006, those are 2005, 2006 babies, right? Oh, I see. No wonder. Because those days, Cafe Day used to. But do you know Cafe Day? You don't know Cafe Day. Do you watch GTV? You don't watch GTV. So he said something. He said when they were auditioning for that role, the host for that role, he said he was very sick and somebody had to convince him to audition for that program. And so he got to the place and the queue was very long. The queue was very, very long. So he looked at the people and then he was just marking them. So look at this one and say, oh, this one, if it's based on appearance, are you the oh, pass you already. This one too. This one too. Mark him. Then he realized that, oh, he could be part of the first 5. Out of the long queue, he could just be part of the first 5. All right? So branding is very important. Branding is very important. Sometimes you go to a place and you could see the zeal with which people want to just talk to you. And then you just know that, oh, it's because of how you appear. And there are people you meet in town, when they are stopping, you don't even want to stop and listen to whatever they want to tell you based on how they appear. So branding is very important. So 55%, we say 55% is what? What you don't say. 55% is what you don't say. And then 38% is what? How you sound. Can you imagine? And then there's, is it 7%? 7% is what? The information. This is serious. So 55% is what you don't say. 55% is what you don't say. So with the body language, when we say body language, in communication, there's what we call hand gestures. All right? Hand gestures. Hand gestures. The way you move your hand is very important. Are we together? The way you move your hand is very important. Now, people are so focused on your body language when you are communicating. All right? Which is why sometimes when people say certain things, we say, imagine somebody has offended you and the person has come back to apologize. And in your mind or per the way you look at the person, you could tell that this person, the apology is not coming from their heart. Why? But he says he's sorry. Why do you think that the apology is not from their heart? Because of the person's body language. Is that not the case? Body language. Based on the person's body language. So you've offended somebody and then you've come to apologize. Then I just walk to you and say, I'm sorry for what I did. Pockets my hands and I'll just tell you I'm sorry for what I did. That alone is offensive, isn't it? So body language is very important. With the hand gestures, I'm still learning. Seriously. In terms of my hand gestures. And the reason is this. I am both-handed naturally. Okay? I've actually picked this from my mother. I'm both-handed. So there are certain things that I do, the left is stronger than the right. And there are certain things that I do, the right is stronger than the left. So if you observe me carefully, I'm holding the microphone with my right more. And I'm communicating more with my left. Which is not actually right. Okay? Because I easily can move my left hand and the right one. Are you getting it? But in where we find ourselves, in our culture, when you are using the left hand to communicate with somebody, what does it mean? It's a sign of disrespect, right? So you don't use your left to even pick something from somebody. Is that not the case? In a case of somebody who is left-handed, how about that? So when you see me eating with my left hand, probably holding, have you seen somebody eat with their left hand before? But you've seen it before, right? But is it offensive? That one is not offensive. So imagine you're going to eat with somebody, maybe with a spoon, and the person is using the left hand to hold a spoon. Would that be offensive to you? Oh no, let's be real. It will be shocking, right? But how will it be shocking? But the person is left-handed. The left is stronger on the spoon than the right. So he can't use the right. Is that not the case? So why should that be a problem? Alright? But then again, we are talking about our culture, where we find ourselves. Elsewhere, it may not be a problem to anybody. They may not even pay attention to it. Is that not the case? The same way in Africa, when you are wearing black, it means you are bereaved. Is that not the case? It means you are bereaved. But elsewhere, black doesn't mean you are bereaved. In fact, they wear white to funerals. Yes. I saw one funeral be like that. And the guy was young, and the people I saw at the funeral, no one even wore black. So I was a bit confused, but not Ghana. Okay, not Ghana. In Ghana, imagine someone young, you are attending, God forbid, but you are attending a funeral, okay, of a young person. And you are in white. White shoe. Are you wearing white shoe on it too? They will start suspecting you right now. You have a hand in this. So culture has actually played a significant role in the way we communicate. That is the point I'm trying to make. Is that okay? That is the point I'm trying to make. When you go elsewhere and you are throwing your hands, when you are communicating with somebody, it could be perceived as what? Confidence. It means the person is confident. But here, it means you are disrespectful. Why are you throwing your hands like that? Why are you throwing your hands like that? Alright? So, it is because of our culture. So now with the hand gestures, there's what we call hand over hand. Now, with the hand gestures, the first one is hand over hand. Hand over hand. When we say hand over hand, I wish somebody can hold the microphone because I want to. Or can you watch from here this way? Sound okay? So when we say hand over hand, this is hand over hand. Can you see it? So this is hand over hand. So when you are communicating, you are communicating anywhere. It could be an interview or you are speaking anywhere. Hand over hand is this. Can you see this? Okay. Now there's another one that we call hand claps. Hand clapped. Alright? This is hand clap. So hand over hand. Hand over hand. This is hand over hand. Can you all see? This is hand what? Over hand. And this is hand claps. Okay. Hand over hand. Hand claps. Can we try it? Hand over hand. And the hand what? Claps. Let's try the hand claps first. Hand claps. And then hand over hand. Thank you. I'll call you again. Okay. I'll call you again. So we've looked at the hand over hand. And then so that's it. So this is the first one. Now there's one we call hand in hand. Hand in hand. Then there are actually more, but there are three major ones that we consider. Is that okay when you are speaking? There are three major ones that we consider. The second, what did I say? The first one? It should rather be finger clap. Sorry, it should rather be finger. So we are going to try all of them right now. Please help me again, okay? With the microphone again. So we're going to try it again. All right. So which one are you trying first? Hand over hand is this way, right? So finger claps is what? And then the last one is what? So this is hand in hand. Isn't it? So the first one is what? Hand over hand, finger claps, and then the last one is what? Hand in hand. Does it make sense? Let's try it again. The first one is what? And then finger clap, and then what? Hand in hand. Thank you. So these are hand gestures. So when you are communicating everywhere, these are the hand gestures that you need to consider. Is that okay with you? These are the hand gestures that you need to consider. We look at the posture of the communicator. The posture is also very important. Okay. Your posture, your position, and then your professionalism. There are certain things you don't say. We'll delve into that some other time. We are talking about posture, position, and then the professionalism. Okay. Now, when we say personal communication, I think I made mention of personal communication. When we say personal communication, you don't have to speak for an organization or an institution, all right? That's what we call personal communication. So your telephone conversation is a form of personal communication. Is that okay with you? Your private letters that you write. We've all written letters before, isn't it? Have you written a letter before? Are you sure? Have you? Okay. So all of us, we've all written letters before. Have you all spoken on phone before? That's personal communication. Have you all sent emails before? Emails is also a form of personal communication. Is that okay? That's personal communication. So it's very, very important. Then there are key elements that people are also focused on when you are communicating with them. There are key elements that they are focusing on. That the first one is the frame of your face. The frame of your face. When I said it, you are looking at my face. The frame of your face. The frame of your face. When we say the frame of your face, you are looking at your eyes, your mouth, and all those things. That form the frame of your face. Is that okay? Yes. So imagine if I had done a makeup, somebody would be marking my the makeup is not even nice. You appear guilty. And you would have commented in your mind, the makeup cry is not even nice. So we consider all of these things. But have you gone to a wedding or an engagement where the bride comes and like, hey, the makeup is not nice. The makeup is too much. It should have been, it should have been like this or like that. Have you done all of that before? No. I think everybody is guilty, right? They're all guilty. The frame of your face, because that is the first point of contact. The first thing you see when you see somebody is not their feet, oh. It's not their feet. Even me, my feet, I don't even remember how it looks like. Seriously. Because when you pick a mirror, where do you watch? Have you looked at your thighs in a mirror before? No. Where your focus is your face. So the frame of your face. It's very important. You see, then the eye contact. The eye contact is very important. When we say eye contact, it's just looking between the eyebrows. That's the eye contact. Okay? That's the eye contact. So the eye contact determines whether the person is listening to you or not. Is that not the case? Imagine talking to somebody and the person's head is down all throughout. What does it mean? What does it mean? This is not interested, right? Not interested. So the body language is very important. Are you getting it? Or imagine you are talking to somebody and the person has done. What if somebody has folded their arms? It's also a hand gesture. Like this. What does it mean? You're talking to the person has done like this. Or the person has, what does it mean? All of them have meanings, though. Body language, that's why we are looking at the non-verbal cues. Alright? So the eye contact is looking between the eyebrows. Is that okay? Now, the last thing that I'll talk about as far as the communication is concerned. Are we learning something today? Is a professional look. So you are communicating, you are looking at somebody. Professional look is when you are looking between the eyebrows. Professional look. Are we together? So when you are looking at the person's eyebrows, that's a professional look. So I'm looking at the eyebrows. So looking at somebody's eyebrows is a professional what? Look. It's interesting, right? Now when we say social look, that's what we call social look. That's what we call social look. Now social look is looking at the nose. So when you are looking at somebody's nose, it's a social look. It's a social look. It's a social look. All right? Now there's what we call intimate look. Annabelle just threw her eye somewhere when I say intimate look. So when we say intimate look, is looking at the lips of somebody. So when you are looking at somebody's lips, it's an intimate look. So people know these things. Some people know these things, all right? Which is why when you meet somebody and then you are not really conscious about these gestures, but the person is conscious, all right? You are talking to the person, and at the end of the day, the person says you are crashing on them. Why? Because probably they've observed something that maybe your mind is not there. So you met a lady and then you just kept looking at the lady's lips. And then when you left, the girl say, oh, this guy is interested in me. Then you are wondering, how? I've not said anything. I've not said anything to you. And ladies are very good with these things. They are master of these things. If a lady wants a guy, she knows what to do. She will get your attention at all costs. All right? Ladies are very smart when we come to these things. But guys, we are sort of like, I don't know if I should say I don't care, or we are just not conscious about these things. All right? We are just not conscious. We are just not conscious. If a lady wants a guy, she's not really coming all out and say, I like you, I want to be in a relationship. No. It's probably going to be through signs. All right? But for a guy, So that is the difference. So we have a professional look. Professional look is what? Looking at the what? The eyebrow. What's the social look? Looking at the nose. And then the intimate look is what? Looking at the lips. Wow. Say wow. So that is the wow. So when you are communicating with somebody, you should be conscious about these things. All right? You should be conscious about these things. Then the next thing we'll look at will be done very soon. Then I'll be taking your questions. Okay.